Hey guys, Sparrow here, and today I'm reviewing something that came out on June 10th. The Conjuring number 2. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that today's factors of horror are terrible. Absolutely horrible. I mean, let's just take the first film of this film series for an example. The Conjuring number 1. Excellent film. The Conjuring number 1 was about, I believe that it was supposed to tell the story of the actual Annabelle that got possessed into the doll. And yeah, the film actually did a really good job at it. The Conjuring. The Conjuring number 1 did a good job at that. And it was definitely one of the more freakier films that I've seen in my lifetime. Now we get to the stinking film that fell off of it. Really? That was not scary at all, and it was labeled as one of those movies that you should never watch alone. I just wanted to slap these people in the face. It wasn't scary. I watched it, and there was some good jump scares in Annabelle, but I read the actual Annabelle story, like the actual story behind the doll and what it was, and all the happenings. The movie itself did not relate to anything to do with the actual Annabelle case, which they should have, and it would have been a much scarier movie. First of all, doll's wrong. The doll was just made porcelain just to scare people, and scares me. I hate porcelain dolls. That's one thing I'll admit right here on YouTube. I hate porcelain dolls. So, anyways, on Annabelle, no. So when I heard that there was going to be a Conjuring number 2, this film I expected to be a failure. Despite all the hype that it got, I really expected it to be a failure. This film was absolutely great. Loved every bit of it. Most sequels you see fail. This one, it was perfect. I mean, it's kind of a little sketchy at some points, but it's a really, really good movie. Because the aspect that people find as horror nowadays, which is cheap jump scares and, you know, the usual crap that's going to be in a horror movie to scare you, and it doesn't even scare you. You're just like, oh, I've seen that a million times. That's literally what we're talking here. But we get into Conjuring number 2, and immediately the horror factor is back that we needed. First of all, it's directed by James Wan, the same creator of some of the Saw films, and the director of some of the Saw films. Jesus. And I liked some of the Saw films. I liked Saw number 1, kind of liked 2, didn't care for 3, loved 4, hated 5, 6 was good, and I think the final chapter was excellent. All of the Saw films were very gruesome and very messed up. And but anyways, as a true horror fan, you know what the true aspect of horror is. It's not jump scares that are going to just make you go, like that. It's not jump scares. The thing about horror is that you have to feel it. 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 Okay, I'm not gonna. But you just have to feel the horror. That's exactly what The Conjuring 2 exceeded in doing, because immediately when we open up into the movie, we're immediately already into another horrifying event in American history that actually plagued us, the Amityville Horror. Now, if that part is actually true or not, I have no clue. Many people say it's a myth, but the way this movie was rated and all that, I don't really know if the Warrens actually ever investigated the Amityville Horror, but if they did, okay. Now, this movie kind of jumps between two places: America, where the Warrens are, and London, where it's happening. Like it jumps from place to place, and it keeps you in suspense the entire time. We don't have that same bullshit story where uh, it builds up slowly and it gets boring, like Paranormal Activity. When I watched Paranormal Activity, many people said that was the scariest movie of the year. I was already like that through the entire thing. Then we get to the end and there's some jump scares that are good. The Conjuring number 2 does not fail to keep you on suspense throughout the entire thing. A guy had a heart attack in the freaking theater. It was so scary. There's also some scenes in it that are very, very terrifying. The part where Janet, the girl who is actually possessed by the demon, I can't, Valak, I think was the demon's name. Oh, spoiler alert, sorry. Basically, the part where she gets possessed in front of the cameras by this thing, and there's actual recording. There's actual recording of this thing. Oh my gosh, it just sends a chill down your spine. It just sends a chill down your spine that makes you go, oh gosh. It makes you scared. It doesn't make you go, oh, I've seen this bullshit multiple times. It makes you go, whoa, that's a little freaky. Because she's kind of, the demon kind of talks like, kind of like that deep, raspy, I'm not even going to attempt. Okay, so basically we get the buildup of the demon, most things you see with ghost stories, and the demon doesn't hesitate to actually show itself to the family, so we're not waiting like 20 fucking minutes for the fucking demon to finally show up. It shows up when it's called. So the first night that this thing actually is active, it goes to the girl, pulls the sheets off of her, and it makes itself present, even to the police. So then we get the warrant. It starts to get worse. It builds up. She starts levitating. She starts throwing things at people. She starts to change. So everybody's so scared of her, and they're staying in the neighbor's house. Finally, get the Warrens involved, and Lorraine does not want to do this case because she sees this as like a vision of bad. Like her husband, she keeps having like visions of her husband getting like a wooden stake put through his body. So she's afraid that it's going to happen one of these times, and for sure it almost does. So the acting. Oh my god, the girl who played Janet, thank you for proving that girl or kid actors can actually act. That is one thing that really, really blew my expectations out of the water. When I saw how Janet was actually acting and how she looked realistic, I'm like, whoa, this girl's going places. And yeah, the acting is just beautiful. Plus, we got Vera Farmiga, aka Norma Bates from Bates Motel. Oh my goodness. After hearing what she did in the Bates Motel finale, that's when Norman goes and gets her out of the grave and all that, yada yada yada. Vera did not fake that one bit. She was playing dead the entire time, and it wasn't a dummy, it was her. She's even in the car getting banged around, falls out onto the ground, and ouch, that has to hurt. So, Vera Farmiga, who plays Lorraine, you are an excellent actor. You are one of the best actors I've ever seen. Okay, so we have some calm moments in the movie, and then we get back to the scary stuff immediately, especially water. Oh dear God, that part made me go, dude, he's right behind you, and oh my gosh, is he gonna bump into the water? Is he gonna drown him? Is he gonna... it kept you on edge. Okay, so we get to near the end where the demon actually forces the girl to like pull like a false move where there's a reporter there that is a bitch that doesn't believe in ghosts one bit. So of course she's the one who's like, oh, this is all fake. Your kids are faking it for popularity, which a lot of kids back in the 70s did. A lot of people back in those days were hypocritical and stupid. Nowadays, it's still the same. So, never mind my theory on the 70s. But yeah, we just get in toward the end, and oh my gosh, the ending. It was a little rushed, but it was clever. The way that they get rid of the demons a little rushed to me. I think it's just a tiny bit rushed because all that Lorraine has to do is just figure out the demon's name, and then she basically says, "I condemn you to hell," and it leaves. To get rid of something that demonic, I don't really think you can just shun it away like that by saying power. Because how it goes is, if you know a demon's name, it gives you power over it. Kind of sketchy for me. But she just literally seconds away from saving her husband from getting hit by the wooden stake. And in the end, Ed gives his crucifix to Janet for protection, and then the movie gets to another part where we go back into like the cursed room, like back in the Conjuring, where they show the Annabelle doll. And yeah, then we just everything about it is just perfect. Then we get information that the mother of the kids actually passed away in the chair where the demon that is in this movie originated. Oh my gosh, that's freaking creepy. So I love this movie, and I went into watching this just on a critical level, and I did notice that there was a little bit of non-realistic stuff. I mean, there were some parts of the plot that didn't make sense, and there was just some parts that didn't need to be there. So all in all, I'm giving this film 9.5 out of 10. This film was excellent, and thank you, James Wan, for bringing back the true horror aspect that we needed, rather than that cheap cash grab called Annabelle that is an abomination. Do not waste your time watching it. And how many times do I have to stress this? So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, bro.